Let's look to catch a team ahead of us, and I think that's our motivation. And there's two little gaps there, but certainly Nashville had a tough week, and there's some room there. Everybody's going to have some good and bad stretches over the course of the year, and ourselves, we're looking to put a good stretch together.
When a team kind of looks like it's running away with it, somewhere in the back of your head that at some point they're going to come back and you'll get your chance?
Yeah, they're on an amazing pace at that point. I don't think they had a hiccup all year long, so eventually, you got to turn. But St. Louis is still, I'm sure they're thinking at top, and we're looking at catching them. So a lot of hockey to be left, and there's a lot of teams in our division that don't think they got a chance to. So there's a lot to be sorted out here.
With Johnny, we just talked to Johnny. Are you looking probably maybe that Arizona game is when he could come back?
Yeah, we're thinking likely on that trip.
After considering what happened last time up in Edmonton, do you ever take a team lightly, but especially after what happened up there?
I thought we had a decent start to that game, but then deteriorated probably about halfway through there, and then playing catch up, we didn't have any success. And every game's different. We had some tough games against them in the past, and you can't expect that's going to be an easy game. You do that against anybody in our league, you have trouble. But they're playing hard. They're in every hockey game. And we found that ourselves when we're up there, so expect a tough game.
Joel, do you think you could have sat out a whole year and played like you when you were there?
No chance. No chance. I give him credit. I mean, that's tough. No training camp, not too many days of practicing, and going through what he went through is nice to see him come in the game, play a strong game, but I know definitely, the body, I'm sure, had some soreness afterwards, but that's a tough task to demand or to ask, and I thought he did a good job in spite of it all. I was too slow.
He thinks the game, you thought the game pretty well.
He's, you got to give him, his strength is positioning, anticipation, real technically sound, and, that consistency, predictability, appreciating a defenseman, that's him. So, I think he uses that to his strengths, and in a game like last game was certainly very useful to be positionally strong.
Battle level, though, March is a little higher than October if you come out of training camp and get through the games in October.
Absolutely.
March is coming late to the party.
Yeah, it's a different challenge. Certainly not going to be easy, and I think every game is going to be challenging, and the pace is going to be faster and harder, and different guys coming at you. It's a whole different realm. But he's played a lot, very astute in a lot of ways. I think he'll find ways to catch up to speed as quickly as possible. And in the meantime, that safety and that predictability on the back end can help him get through some situations. We always talk about different players. We make an awareness to what we have to look for, but he was always the one guy, whether he was in Philly or whether he was in Nashville. We saw him in the finals and saw him a lot in Nashville that plays a lot of minutes. You had to be aware. I mean, he was just always in the way, and I think that's a good sign for a defenseman.
Dave said yesterday that he's trying to be a little bit maybe more aggressive shooting. Is that something you've asked of him, or something he just does?
Well, he's had some nice looks there, beat off on a couple breakaways there, but he's got a great shot. Whether he's looking for one more pass or another play, I think as a team we want to get away from that and then be more direct and let's just get pucks to the net and get traffic at the net. But Johnny does have a tremendous shot, and we saw some nice ones go in here recently.
What's it mean for a guy to have 20 goals 8 consecutive seasons?
It's a compliment to his consistency, his professionalism, his approach. When you talk about leaders, Johnny's comes to the forefront in a lot of people's mind, including ours. He's just game in, game out. He wants to be the best he can be, and as a group, you couldn't ask for a better leader.
What do you miss most when Kane's not?
What do we miss most? A lot of options as far as coaching. You can put him in a lot of different situations. We play him in multiple lines. You miss that, whether it's power play, important minutes, when you're looking for a goal or to get some momentum back offensively. I really thought he improved his defensive part of his game this year. So you miss him in a lot of areas, and it's quality ice time across the board for a number of guys.
Joel, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You always count on your general manager, the trading deadline, making your team a little better, or do you talk to Stan all the time and say, okay, we can get a couple, one player, great, or you always just count on him with the closeness in the Western Conference that we got to do something?
Every year is different. I know we have different challenges. This team's usually right against it, and I think there's not too much you can do. This year, things, we're always looking to do something with not a lot of room, but the picture changed when Kaner going down. So that opened up a little bit more room, and Stan was able to get us some experienced guys and get more balance and more options and more depth, and good guys come in knowing that they're looking to win, and they're at stages of their careers where it's a great opportunity for them, but certainly for us as well.
Joel, because Taves is such a good shooter and scorer, have you ever felt that he gives up too much of that to be the playmaker, facilitator, good team guy type of thing?
No, I don't. I think that I'm sure everybody loved to play with Johnny. I mean, he's one of those guys that can do a lot of things. But nothing wrong with being selfish, and we think that as a team, don't feel you got to make one more play to satisfy somebody. You don't need to be accepted socially to be within our group. And I think Johnny knows the balance and the difference, and I think we're a better team when we got the shot first mentality.
Do you feel like he and others have picked their game up since Patrick got hurt?
I think as a team, I think we've tightened it up a little bit across the board. Johnny's been pretty consistent all year, and that line's been pretty effective for us in a lot of ways. And but he's been doing some scoring, and but that line is always the one line that all year has been the most predictable for our team. And but Johnny, I think, has recognizes the challenge there as an individual and as a team, and I could see him grabbing it.
By putting Desjardins on that line with Richards and Bickle, what are you hoping to see out of him tonight?
Looking for some energy and looking for him to play his game. I think as we go along, is he going to be better on the left, right, center, with who? So it's a work in progress right now to see exactly the fit. So that's where he is tonight.
Eddie was saying on the air that it takes about 7 to 10 games before you can really get comfortable with your new teammates. Do you feel like that's an accurate parameter?
It's tough. You can throw numbers out there as far as exact measuring stick of when you're acclimated, but it's there's definitely an adjustment period for whether it's your line mates, the system, the pace, surroundings, and some people put a little bit more pressure on themselves before they get comfortable. But I think at the end of the day, it's play your own game, play what made you effective over your career, and eventually you'll be a little bit more acclimated to the system and how we want to do things. But just play hard, and eventually things will work out.
Did your stick have one more goal for George tonight, Lamparis? George Lamparis is using your stick tonight to shoot the puck. Is it from the Palace? You got one more goal?
He practiced with it the other day, and if he misses it, I didn't give him a lesson.